Welcome to the peak of the 2026 luxury revolution, where the global economy doesn't just run on gold or oil, it runs on the influence of 7 icons. We are diving deep into the staggering world of the bangtan economy, a reality where the lines between music legends and multi-million-dollar corporate assets have completely vanished. It's honestly mind-blowing when you think about it. Just a few years ago, these were 7 boys with big dreams, and now they are the literal pillars of the global fashion world. Ever since their massive comeback, the world's most prestigious fashion houses have been locked in a high-stakes bidding war, each desperate to capture a piece of the Midas touch that only BTS can provide. Have you ever wondered what it feels like to hold the power to crash a brand's website just by wearing a simple ring or carrying a leather bag? We aren't just talking about celebrity endorsements, we're talking about cultural phenomena that can dictate the stock prices of global conglomerates in a single afternoon. Who among these 7 titans has signed the most jaw-dropping contract in the history of entertainment? Is it the leader with his intellectual, quiet luxury appeal, or the youngest member who turns every sidewalk into a billion-dollar runway? What secret details are hidden in those ironclad contracts, and just how many zeros are we actually looking at? Prepare yourself for a journey through the most expensive, most exclusive, and most influential brand deals the world has ever seen. It's not just about the money. It's about a legacy that has redefined what it means to be a global superstar. Are you ready to find out who truly owns the crown of the luxury world? Let's dive in. Number 7. RM. Bottega Veneta. Estimated $8.10 million. When we talk about the pinnacle of quiet luxury, we are talking about a movement that has redefined the very essence of wealth in 2026. And standing right at the center of this sophisticated revolution is none other than the leader of BTS, Kim Namjoon. It is absolutely fascinating to witness how RM has pivoted from the flashy, high-energy aesthetics of early K-pop into a figure of profound intellectual elegance, making his partnership with the Italian powerhouse Bottega Veneta a match truly made in heaven. You see, Bottega Veneta isn't just a brand, it is a statement of, if you know, you know. Known for their refusal to use visible logos, they rely entirely on the craftsmanship of their intrecciato leather weaving to signal status. When RM was announced as their first ever celebrity brand ambassador, it sent shockwaves through the fashion industry because, for the longest time, Bottega Veneta famously deleted their social media accounts and avoided the traditional celebrity circus. They chose Namjoon not just for his global reach, but for his soul. This contract, estimated to be worth a staggering $8 to $10 million annually, represents a shift where brands are no longer just buying a face, they are buying a philosophy. Namjoon's personal journey as an art aficionado and a patron of the museum world perfectly aligns with Bottega's craft in motion ethos. Think about the iconic Andiamo bag the moment Namjoon was spotted carrying it at Milan Fashion Week. It didn't just trend, it became a historical artifact of modern style. The narrative of this contract is steeped in the idea of the art idol. During the 2026 SS Fashion Week season, RM's presence alone generated over $5 million in earned media value, EMV. A number that is particularly insane when you realize he does it without the loud, neon-colored marketing of his peers. He brings a sense of grounded, mature masculinity that appeals to a demographic that isn't just looking for a pop star, but a visionary. This deal isn't just about clothes, it's about RM's curation of his own life. The brand supports his artistic endeavors, his visits to the Dia Beacon, and his deep dives into Korean monochrome painting, or dansaikwa. It's a reflective partnership that asks the audience, what is true luxury? Is it the price tag, or is it the story behind the stitch? As we analyze the data, we see that RM's influence has helped Bottega Veneta capture a significant share of the younger, intellectually driven market in Asia and North America, proving that the Namjoon effect is a quiet but unstoppable force. He doesn't need to scream to be heard. His contract price reflects this premium on substance over style. Every time he steps out in a tailored trench coat or a minimalist leather jacket, he isn't just promoting a product. He is inviting us into his library, his gallery, and his mind. This is why he kicks off our list at number 7, a massive financial heavyweight who proves that sometimes the most expensive thing you can own is a refined sense of self. It makes you wonder, if the leader of the group starts at nearly $10 million, how high do the stakes get as we climb the ladder of the bangtan economy? The mystery only deepens as we move from the art galleries of Milan to the high-glamour runways of Paris. Are you ready to see who takes the next spot in this multi-million-dollar hierarchy? Number 6. J-Hope, Louis Vuitton, estimated $10.12 million. Stepping away from the quiet galleries of Milan and into the high-octane, vibrant streets of Paris, we find the man who embodies the very soul of rhythm and color, the sunshine of the group Jungkook, famously known as J-Hope. To understand why his partnership with Louis Vuitton is one of the most expensive and culturally significant deals in the world today, you have to understand the evolution of the brand itself. Louis Vuitton isn't just a trunk maker anymore. Under the creative direction of icons like the late Virgil Abloh and now the legendary Pharrell Williams, it has become a bridge between high fashion and the pulse of the street. J-Hope doesn't just wear Louis Vuitton, he breathes life into it. If RM is the quiet luxury, then J-Hope is the vibrant vanguard. His contract, which industry insiders estimate to be worth between $10 and $12 million, is a testament to his unique ability to merge hip-hop culture with the absolute pinnacle of French craftsmanship. You might remember back in 2021 when the entire group was signed as house ambassadors, but when the group moved into their solo era, Louis Vuitton didn't just want BTS, they specifically wanted the individual spark that only Jungkook provides. His debut solo campaign was nothing short of a cinematic masterpiece, featuring him in a sequence of fluid, dance-inspired movements that showcased the structure and flexibility of the Maison's latest leather goods. It was a moment where the hope of BTS met the art of travel, and the results were financially staggering. During the 2025 and 2026 fashion cycles, J-Hope's presence at the Louis Vuitton shows generated an earned media value, EMV, that consistently topped the charts, reaching over $6.6 million from just a single appearance. But let's look deeper into the why. Why does a brand with over 150 years of history pay this much for one man? It's because J-Hope represents the bridge to the future. He has this incredible, almost supernatural ability to take a piece of avant-garde clothing that would look ridiculous on anyone else and make it look like a global trend. Whether it's a metallic suit or an oversized puffer jacket adorned with the iconic LV monogram, he carries it with a confidence that says, "This is where the world is going." This partnership is also deeply emotional. When Pharrell Williams took the reins at LV, he sought out J-Hope as a kindred spirit, another musician who sees fashion as a form of visual music. Their collaboration on the LV bag track for the 2025 Fall-Winter show wasn't just a marketing gimmick, it was a fusion of two creative geniuses. When you see J-Hope in the front row, sitting next to the elite of Hollywood and the titans of industry, you realize that he isn't just a guest, he is the main event. His influence has directly contributed to the massive surge in Louis Vuitton's sales among the Gen Z and millennial demographics in the Asia-Pacific region, a market that is currently the lifeblood of the luxury industry. Beyond the clothes, his contract includes exclusive access to the Maison's archives and a collaborative voice in future accessory lines, making him more than an ambassador, he is a consultant for the world's most valuable luxury brand. And let's not forget his recent expansion into the world of ultra-high-end horology with Audemars Piguet, which adds another layer of prestige to his portfolio. Jungkook's journey from the dance studios of Gwangju to the gold-trimmed halls of LVMH is a story of relentless passion and impeccable taste. He has turned his personal brand into a multi-million-dollar empire that transcends music. Every time he flashes that signature smile while holding a Kpop bag, he isn't just selling a product, he is selling a lifestyle of joy, hard work, and unparalleled success. The financial weight of this contract is a reflection of his status as a human Louis Vuitton. He is the living embodiment of the brand's modern era, bold, rhythmic, and undeniably expensive. This is why he secures the number 6 spot, leaving us to wonder, if the sunshine of BTS commands over $10 million, what kind of astronomical numbers are the others pulling in? As the competition gets tighter and the stakes get higher, who will be the one to break the $20 million barrier? The journey is only getting more intense from here. Number 5. Suga, Valentino, estimated $12.14 million. As we climb higher into the stratosphere of global influence, we encounter a figure whose silence is often louder than any shout, the visionary, the producer, and the soul of BTS's rawest emotions, Min Yoongi, better known as Suga, or the fierce eggist D. If J-Hope is the light of the fashion world, Suga is its deep, resonant shadow. In 2026, his partnership with the Italian legendary house Valentino has evolved into something far more profound than a simple endorsement. It has become a case study in how a brand can successfully capture the essence of a rebel genius. This contract, valued at an astronomical $12 to $14 million, places him firmly at the number 5 spot, reflecting his specialized appeal to the high-end luxury market that values authenticity over mere visibility. When Valentino's creative director Pierpaolo Piccioli first introduced the DIVA's concept, an acronym for different values, he wasn't just looking for a celebrity, he was looking for a person who could embody the complexities of the modern man. Suga, with his sharp lyrics, his history of overcoming personal struggle, and his uncompromising artistic integrity, was the ultimate choice. This partnership is unique because it bridges the gap between the gritty world of underground hip-hop and the refined, gold-trimmed halls of Roman couture. To understand why the price tag is this high, you have to look at the August D effect. Following his record-breaking solo world tour, Suga's personal market value skyrocketed. He didn't just perform, he proved he could carry the weight of an entire global brand on his shoulders alone. During his tour, Valentino didn't just dress him, they curated his identity. From the bespoke tailored suits that flowed with his movements to the oversized, intentionally distressed knits, the brand was integrated into every emotional high and low of his performance. This led to an unprecedented surge in earned media value that reached over $10 million in a single month during the tour's peak. But it's not just about the clothes. Suga's influence extends into the very philosophy of fashion. He was the face of the Maison Valentino Essentials campaign, a line that challenged the traditional boundaries of masculinity. In a world that often demands men be one-dimensional, Suga stepped into the frame wearing silk blouses and delicately pleated trousers, proving that true strength lies in vulnerability. This resonated deeply with the Gen Z demographic, who are increasingly looking for brands that reflect their own fluid identities. Valentino's sales in the contemporary luxury segment saw a 22% increase globally following Suga's appointment, specifically among male consumers under 30. But let's dive into the detail of the contract itself. Sources suggest that Suga's 2026 renewal included clauses that are rarely seen in the industry. Beyond the standard photo shoots and runway appearances, Suga reportedly has a hand in creative consultations for the brand's menswear expansion in Asia. He isn't just a model, he is a collaborator. This synergy is further amplified by his roles with other global giants like Samsung, where he is famously an honorary employee, and the NBA, where he serves as a global ambassador. This triple threat of tech, sports, and fashion makes him one of the most bankable human beings on the planet. When you see him courtside at an NBA game, dressed head-to-toe in Valentino while holding the latest Samsung Galaxy, you are looking at a walking conglomerate. He has mastered the art of integration, where his life and his brands become one seamless narrative of success. The emotional weight of this ranking also stems from Suga's journey. This is a man who once struggled to choose between a bus ticket and a meal in Daegu. Now, he signs contracts that could fund entire cities. His partnership with Valentino is a reflection of that journey. It is sophisticated, it is resilient, and it is undeniably expensive. As we move into the 2026 to 2027 season, with the full group back in action, Suga's individual prestige has never been higher. He has cultivated a mystique that makes every appearance a viral event. He doesn't post often, but when he does, the fashion world stops to analyze every stitch. That kind of attention is priceless, and Valentino knows it. They aren't just paying for his face, they are paying for the respect he commands from millions of people who see him as a symbol of truth in a manufactured world. As we look at the numbers, the $14 million, the 22% sales growth, the millions in media value, it's clear that Suga has redefined what it means to be a global ambassador. He has proven that you don't need to be the loudest person in the room to be the most valuable. He is the quiet architect of his own empire, and his place at number 5 is a testament to the sheer power of his brand. But if the king of the underground is holding down the 5th spot with such a massive figure, who could possibly be higher? Who is the member that has turned the world of high jewelry or French haute couture completely upside down? The gap between number 5 and number 4 is where things start to get truly legendary. Are you ready to see the face that launched 1,000 luxury ships? Number 4. Jin. Fred Alo Yoga Laneige estimated $14.16 million. If we are talking about a visual power that can literally stop time, we have to talk about the worldwide handsome himself, Kim Seokjin. Entering the number 4 spot is the man who turned his military discharge into the single biggest fashion event of 2024 and 2025, and whose momentum in 2026 has become an unstoppable financial juggernaut. Jin's portfolio is a masterclass in global versatility, balancing the high glamour world of French jewelry with the high-performance world of lifestyle and beauty. The crown jewel of his current contracts is undoubtedly his role as the first-ever global brand ambassador for Fred, the prestigious French jewelry house under the LVMH umbrella. This wasn't just a signing, it was a cultural reset for the brand. The moment Jin was announced, the Fred website didn't just slow down, it completely collapsed under the weight of millions of fans trying to catch a glimpse of the Monsieur Fred for a new generation. Industry experts estimate that Jin's combined contracts for 2026, including his massive deals with the luxury wellness brand Alo Yoga and the skincare giant Laneige, sit comfortably between $14 and $16 million. But why is the world so obsessed with Jin's brand value? It's simple. The Jin effect is the most direct conversion from fame to sales in the industry. When Jin was spotted wearing the Fred Force 10 bracelet, the item sold out globally in record time, despite its multi-thousand-dollar price tag. He possesses a rare, princely aura that feels both aspirational and deeply personal. It's a reflection of his own personality, someone who can look like $1 million in a tuxedo but will crack a joke to make you feel at home. This emotional connection is exactly what Fred was buying. They weren't just looking for a handsome face, they were looking for someone who could bring warmth and a human touch to the often cold world of high jewelry. His presence at the 2025 jewelry showcases in Paris was described by fashion critics as the Jinfication of luxury, where the sheer joy and charisma he radiated made the diamonds look brighter. Then, there's his partnership with Alo Yoga. In a move that surprised many, Jin chose a brand that focuses on mindfulness and movement, reflecting his own post-service philosophy of balanced living. This deal alone is rumored to be one of the largest in the history of the athleisure sector. By wearing Alo, Jin transformed the brand from a niche yoga label into a must-have fashion statement for millions of men across Asia. The Jin collection sold out in pre-orders, proving that his influence isn't limited to just formal wear. He dictates what the world wears on its day off. Coupled with his Laneige partnership, where his flawless glass skin became the ultimate advertisement for the cream skin refiner, Jin has secured a 360-degree hold on the lifestyle market. The detail in these contracts is where the real power lies. Unlike many celebrities who are restricted by exclusivity fatigue, Jin has managed to select brands that complement rather than compete with one another. He is the face of luxury, Fred, the face of health, Alo, and the face of beauty, Laneige. This creates a Jin ecosystem, where a fan can start their day with his skincare, go to the gym in his clothes, and end the evening wearing his jewelry. This level of market penetration is exactly why LVMH and other conglomerates are willing to pay upwards of $16 million for his time. He doesn't just represent a brand, he validates it. As we look at his impact in 2026, Jin has proven that he isn't just a member of a group, he is a standalone institution of style. He has the Midas touch in its purest form. Everything he touches turns to gold, and everyone wants a piece of that gold. But as high as $16 million sounds, we are only at number 4. We haven't even touched the top 3 yet, the names that have rewritten the record books of the entire fashion industry. Who could possibly have a higher market value than the man who crashed the LVMH servers? Which member has managed to secure a contract so large it sounds like a movie budget? The air is getting thin up here at the top, and the next name is going to send your heart racing. Number 3. Jimin. Dior. Tiffany & Company. L'Adore. Estimated $16.18 million. If we are talking about the global it boy who has effectively colonized the hearts of the luxury fashion world, we are talking about the human Dior, Park Jimin. As we break into the top 3, we enter a territory where brand deals aren't just about appearances, they are about cultural dominance. In 2026, Jimin has solidified a portfolio that is both historically significant and financially astronomical, with combined contracts estimated to reach between $16 and $18 million. The centerpiece of this empire is his dual throne at LVMH, serving as a global ambassador for both Dior and Tiffany & Co. To understand the gravity of Jimin's value, you only have to look at the numbers from the 2026 Paris Fashion Week. Jimin didn't just attend the Dior show, he owned it. Data from fashion analytics firms like Launchmetrics and Lefty revealed that Jimin generated a mind-blowing $33.8 million in media impact value, MIV, for Dior in a single season. That isn't just a high number, it's a historic record, accounting for nearly 18% of the brand's total global media value. When Jimin wears a Dior suit, he isn't just a model, he is the most powerful marketing engine on the planet. But the real magic happens when we talk about the sparkle of the century. His partnership with Tiffany & Co. has completely revitalized the legendary American jeweler. Jimin was the face of the This Is Tiffany campaign, specifically for the lock and hardware collections. The impact was so immediate that the Jimin lock became a colloquial term in high-end jewelry circles. His ability to blend delicate grace with a modern, edgy masculinity has allowed Tiffany to reach a younger, more diverse global audience that was previously untapped. Industry insiders whisper that his contract renewal for 2026 included a massive prestige bonus because his presence alone caused a 20% spike in Tiffany's Asia-Pacific sales. And let's not overlook his more recent venture into the beauty world as the face of the premium haircare brand L'Adore. This deal proves that Jimin's influence extends from the tip of his fingers, wrapped in diamonds, to the very strands of his hair. He is a 360-degree commercial powerhouse. The narrative of Jimin's influence is deeply emotional. Fans don't just buy what he wears because it's expensive, they buy it because he embodies a level of perfection and hard work that feels ethereal. There is a Jimin glow that brands are desperate to capture. This emotional resonance is why LVMH chairman Bernard Arnault and his family have been seen personally greeting Jimin at events. They recognize that he is a generational asset. In 2026, as BTS prepares for their full group world tour, Jimin's individual stock has never been higher. He has successfully navigated the transition from a boy band member to a global fashion icon who can dictate the stock prices of the world's largest luxury conglomerates. Every move he makes is analyzed by the elite of the fashion world, and every contract he signs sets a new benchmark for what a celebrity is worth. With his skincare-perfect glass skin, his unmatched dance-inspired poise, and a charisma that transcends language, Jimin has built a financial fortress. He is the bridge between the heritage of old-world luxury and the digital-first future of the 2022s. But if the Prince of Dior is sitting at number 3 with an $18 million valuation, who could possibly be higher? We are approaching the final 2, the titans who have turned the concept of a brand deal into a multi-billion-dollar cultural phenomenon. Is it the man who rules the world of denim and tech, or the one whose name is synonymous with the very word luxury itself? The tension is rising, and the next 2 spots will leave you absolutely breathless. Number 2. Taehyung, Celine, Cartier, Siminvest. Estimated $18.20 million. Entering the silver podium of the global influence hierarchy is a man whose face has been described by critics as a national treasure and whose gaze can sell out a luxury collection in the time it takes to blink. Kim Taehyung, known to the world as V, is the living personification of the Taehyung economy. A financial phenomenon so powerful it has rewritten the playbook for luxury marketing in 2026. If the fashion world had a king of pure, unadulterated visual impact, it would be V. His contracts with the French powerhouse Celine and the legendary jeweler Cartier are not just endorsements, they are historic partnerships that have fundamentally changed the profit margins of these brands. Experts estimate that V's combined brand portfolio for this year sits at a jaw-dropping $18 to $20 million, and when you look at the ROI, return on investment, he provides, it's easy to see why. Let's talk about the Celine transformation. Before Taehyung was appointed as the Celine boy, the brand was a respected but somewhat niche player in the ultra-luxury market. After his appointment, the brand's trajectory didn't just go up, it went vertical. By 2026, Celine Korea reported a staggering 591% increase in operating profits, a number that is almost unheard of in the luxury sector. Why? Because V doesn't just wear the clothes, he makes them a part of his soul. Whether he is wearing a 19th century-inspired leopard print tie or a sleek Michael Ryder trench coat, he creates a narrative of timeless cool that fans and fashionistas are desperate to emulate. At the Paris Fashion Week in late 2025, V generated an earned media value, EMV, of $13.1 million from just 2 Instagram posts. Think about that for a second, the equivalent of a multi-million-dollar ad campaign created in the palm of his hand in less than a minute. This is why his contract commands such a premium. He is a one-man media conglomerate. But then, there is Cartier. As the face of the Panthère de Cartier collection, Five brings a magnetic, dangerous elegance to the brand that perfectly matches the fierce spirit of the panther. When Cartier signed him, they weren't just looking for someone to look good in jewelry, they were looking for someone who could bridge the gap between traditional French heritage and the modern global youth. The V effect at Cartier was so immediate that the Panthère rings and necklaces he wore in his initial campaign sold out across flagship stores in London, New York, and Seoul within hours. It's estimated that his Cartier deal alone is one of the most lucrative in the history of jewelry ambassadorships, rivaling the numbers typically reserved for top-tier Hollywood royalty. What makes V truly unique in this list is his ability to dominate both the high fashion and the high finance worlds. His partnership with Siminvest, an Indonesian investment platform, proved that his influence isn't just about what people wear, but how they manage their wealth. By simply becoming the face of the app, he drove a massive surge in user registration among young investors across Southeast Asia, proving that the V brand is synonymous with trust and success. His contracts often include creative autonomy clauses, allowing him to have a say in the aesthetic direction of his shoots, ensuring that every image released is a perfect reflection of his artistic vision. This level of involvement is why his brand feels so authentic. It's not a corporate mandate, it's Taehyung being Taehyung. As we look at his 2026 activities, including his presence at the elite Vogue World events where he was personally invited by Anna Wintour, we see a man who has transcended the label of an idol. He is a muse, a cultural icon, and a financial titan. His place at number 2 is a testament to his sheer, undeniable power to move markets and capture the imagination of the world. He has turned the concept of being handsome into a billion-dollar business model. But even with $20 million and a 591% profit increase to his name, there is still one more spot to fill. Who is the member that has managed to outpace even the king of Celine? Who is the superstar who has become the golden standard for global endorsements, holding the single most expensive contract in the entire industry? The answer lies at the very top of the peak, and it's going to be a finale you'll never forget. Number 1. Jungkook, Calvin Klein, Chanel Beauty, Samsung, estimated $20 to $5 million. Finally, we have reached the absolute zenith of the global endorsement pyramid, the place where the air is thin and the numbers are so large they almost defy logic. Standing alone at the number 1 spot is the golden maknae. The man who doesn't just trend, he defines the very fabric of digital culture, Jungkook. In 2026, Jungkook has officially become the most expensive individual brand asset in the history of the entertainment industry. With a combined contract portfolio estimated at a jaw-dropping $20 to $25 million, Jungkook has transformed from a pop star into a global economic phenomenon. The centerpiece of this empire is his legendary partnership with Calvin Klein. When he first appeared in that 2023 campaign, the world witnessed something unprecedented. A single tweet from the brand's account became the most liked in their history within hours, and the stock price of PVH Corp, Calvin Klein's parent company, saw a literal vertical spike. By 2026, this relationship has matured into the most lucrative deal ever signed by a K-pop artist. Industry insiders reveal that his contract isn't just a standard fee, it includes performance-based escalators linked to global sales and media impact. But why Jungkook? Why is he worth a small country's GDP? It's because he possesses the sold-out touch in its most volatile form. Whether it's a specific pair of 90-second straight jeans or a simple white oversized tee, if Jungkook is seen in it, it vanishes from the shelves of New York, Tokyo, and London simultaneously. In late 2025 and moving into 2026, he expanded his reign into the ultra-luxury world by becoming the new face of Chanel Beauty. This move sent shockwaves through the industry, witnessing the golden boy of denim transition into the high-glamour, sophisticated world of French beauty proved that his range is limitless. His debut campaign for Chanel's Le Boy fragrance line reportedly generated over $15 million in earned media value, EMV, in its first 48 hours. When you add his long-standing, high-value status as a flagship ambassador for Samsung, where he turned the Galaxy Flip into a cultural accessory for an entire generation, you see a man who has successfully captured every major sector of consumer life. The emotional depth of Jungkook's #1 ranking comes from his status as the people's idol. Despite being the face of the world's most elite brands, he maintains a raw, authentic connection with fans through his spontaneous live streams and his humble main pop boy energy. This creates a psychological phenomenon where fans don't just buy a product, they invest in his success. In 2026, he isn't just a singer, he is a walking billboard for the pinnacle of human achievement. His presence at the 2026 New York Fashion Week was described as a cultural earthquake, where his appearance alone forced the city to shut down entire blocks for safety. This is the level of power that a $25 million contract buys. He is the standard, the blueprint, and the undisputed king of the brand world. As the curtains close on this list, we look at Jungkook and see the final evolution of a global superstar, a man who started with nothing and now, with the world at his feet, commands the highest price tag in history. He hasn't just won the game, he's playing in a league of his own.